in the
It's
thing.
yes.
Welcome, Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
Fuck, don't look, I'm naked.
What?
Wrong D and
That's a
D.
bruh out of 10. That's a bruh out of 10.
That's fire. That's probably something I should bring a few of.
We'll just give it a few moments for the stream to start. We can just do our witty banter.
Ooh, Perry,
You
I don't
think-
think
Don't you mean Biddy Wanter?
Biddy banter.
It's
Biddy
named
banter.
for somebody. Biddy Wanter.
All right, let's roll through the advertisements. Kamed, you can start with your.
remember it's
All right, guys.
December.
Remember, it's September.
We got new merch. We got dice.
we got merch. Check out the Sword FC page for our newest items.
Do we actually still have merch? I remember. I actually have merch somewhere. I remember when we did that. Hold on, where is it? I still have it. I got. See, I have it. See, look on the stream. Also, if someone could test the sound on the stream, that would be nice, just to make sure it works.
The volume sounds good so far, by the way. It's a little delayed, but
this is
it's
a mouse pad. This is a legit sword merch mouse pad. When we were testing it out, it literally took 6 months to fucking get here. But,
well, it was also because of COVID too.
Yeah.
Like, because
So
COVID
got
had
'em.
just hit, and so yeah.
Sword FC. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I still have that. Yeah. Yep. That was a thing. Briefly. All right. All right. So I guess we can go ahead and start things here. So hello everyone who's tuning in. My name is Perry Pennington, and I am the Dungeon Master for today's campaign. We are starting a new campaign, which is a continuation of our old one, and I'm your Dungeon Master. We've got Kamed, who's playing Vince Vander, the Bard. We've got Saro, who is playing Curious Glare, the Artificer.
Yeah.
We got Tech, who's playing Jeff, the Warlock.
You forgot his last name, Shady.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least, we've got Saturn playing Xena Morrow, the monk druid hybrid character. And so today we're doing session 0 of our campaign, kind of sort of shaking off all the dust and relearning how to play Dungeons and Dragons again. And so to start things off, I'm gonna do a brief story recap, and then we're gonna jump right in to the game. So here we go. Okay. So last we left off, our heroes, the meddlers as they've been dubbed, have rescued the city of Waterdeep, saved the city of Waterdeep from a terrible, terrible fate by thwarting the plans of Xanathar the Beholder crime lord that ran a crime syndicate underneath the city of Waterdeep. His goals were to retrieve a stash of hidden gold, 500,000 gold hidden in a vault somewhere in Waterdeep. The players are working with their NPC allies and connections they've made over the course of the campaign in the city of Waterdeep have, among other things, started up a local tavern that they've named the Salty Ferret. That's actually very successful and has a lot of quirks, so the locals are really enjoying it. They've met various NPCs and allies, some of them quite powerful, who have gifted them various things for their service to the city of Waterdeep, and they've gained some renown amongst the various factions of Waterdeep, including Force Grey and the Blackstaff. The city watch has recognized them as well. Jeff especially. The Harpers, which is a unit of spies in the city, good guy spies, and also the Black Network. They have some connections there as well. So, with all that said, right now, however, when we last left off, the players were sort of wrapping up some individual side stories. And if you all recall, you made your way to the city of Baldur's Gate, which is another city to the south of Waterdeep, but still along the Sword Coast. And it's the home of Curious Glare and his family. And amongst arrival there, he learned that his father and mother had been kidnapped by a crime lord known as Bodun the Shark. And after finding them in a weird dungeon with a chain devil down there, you all fought off the chain devil and rescued Glaire's parents. Now, where we left off is that Glaire and his father, after being rescued and taking them back to safety, they had a discussion which did not end well. And Glaire basically stormed out. His father explained his side as to why he was participating and sort of turning the other eye at what Bodun the Shark was doing in the city of Baldur's Gate. They got into a huge argument, and Glaire decided to leave. His father felt bad, however, and gave Glaire a family heirloom. And we can talk about what that looks like in a minute. But you all have now returned to the city of Waterdeep, and several months have passed. It's actually winter now in the city of Waterdeep, and Waterdavian winters are especially harsh. Waterdeep is pretty far north along the Sword Coast, not like, we're not in like Antarctic or Arctic North levels yet, but it's still pretty dang cold up there, Canada basically, North Canada. And
excuse me, it's quite warm here, I'll have you know.
Yeah. But Waterdavian winters are especially harsh because of that. And snow has piled up around the city. Ice fills the harbors, and the trade in the city has sort of ground to a halt. And the city sort of has sealed its gates from entry, and citizens who are willing to brave the cold still gather in local taverns and other fest halls, but very few people venture outside the city walls right now just because it's so freaking cold, right? So, you all find yourselves back at the Salty Ferret, and you're sort of preparing for your trip to the north part of, to the far north, and you're supposed to be, you all know, you've heard from the Blackstaff that you're supposed to be meeting at the docks with the captain of a ship known as the Courageous Walrus. It's the ship that you're going to be taking to the far north. You know it's about a couple months' journey to the north, and you also know it's freaking cold as shit up there. So you're going to probably want to, at some point, purchase like really thick winter clothes and other items, whatever you need to do. But right now you find yourselves in the Salty Ferret, doing whatever it is that you all want to be doing. So let's start off with Vince. What are you doing to prepare for this trip? And sort of we can go from there. Also, if you guys want to go one by one and just tell the stream like what you look like and everything, just so people remember, I'll pull up your pictures as well. So
I'd say, well, Vince is half elf, bard who likes to go pretty extravagant when he's performing. Usually does some makeup on his face, usually around his eyes to accent those a little bit more. He.
why is this?
I mean, like, just think of your typical bard, I suppose, when you're thinking about Vince. He is very self-centered at times, but for his friends, he would do almost anything. But what Vince would be doing right now is probably going to all the clothes shops to pick out the best-looking clothes that are both warm and beautiful, and
Yes.
probably get at least 5 sets of those. He knows he doesn't have the bag space for this, but he's still gonna buy them and probably come back to the group to see which ones he's to bring with him.
Excellent. And
For-
they're like purple, probably one of each color. We got purples, we got
yeah.
greens, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Especially the purples.
And like I don't know, like that's for prep work. I don't know if we're doing any NPC talks or not, but
Up to you guys,
now.
whatever you want to do. So, let's say, Xena, you're cooking in the kitchen, and you see Vince walk in with all these various winter garments. There's like fucking 10 of these fucking outfits of various colors, and some more flamboyant than others, but they're very thick wool, like the type of material you guys have to buy. I mean, seriously, think Eskimo level coverage here. Like you
Claire
can
might be able to help something with that, but let's get to that in a sec.
you can
I
make
don't
it look
know.
okay, but it's still a lot of clothes.
And my character doesn't know why, right?
You do know that you all are going on a trip to the north to
We've
on
got
a
several
mission.
packages to deliver.
Yes, you've got several packages to deliver, and also there's some mysterious magical artifacts. And you've heard from the Blackstaff that that something is wrong up north and has been for some time, magically. Like there's some weird shit going on, and it might be a danger to the whole Sword Coast. So she wants you all to investigate on her behalf whatever's going on in the north. So you know that for sure, and you know you're going up there tonight. You're leaving today. So, but yeah, you see him walk in with all these flamboyant winter clothing. What do you do?
Well, I just walk up and I say, "Hey, do you need a hand? Are you okay? You seem like you have a lot of stuff."
I do need help actually. I need to know which 2 I should bring with me. I should at least bring 2, right? I always have a backup. I'm thinking about this one. This one brings out my eyes a little bit, but this one over here accents my hair a little bit as well. So I need help deciding which ones to bring.
Well, whenever I'm trying to choose, I just close my eyes and turn around in a circle and randomly choose one. Wanna try?
I'll do that for the second set I bring. The first set's very important though.
Are we-
First impressions are everything.
Are we gonna have the room for all of your clothes?
I don't know. But
Because I'm bringing a lot of food to make sure we don't go hungry. And also wine. Lots of wine. Lots of good spirits to make sure we stay warm. So you have to leave enough room for that. Food is more important than clothes, Vince.
debatable. Debatable.
You'd rather eat your clothes.
I would rather look good than be seen naked in the cold. That sounds terrible.
Okay, well, I'll help you carry it wherever you're going.
You just need to help me pick out 2 of these outfits. I just need. I'm bringing 2. I need 1. I'll do your method for one of them. Do your method for one of them.
Okay.
To bring along with me. But I need to pick the first one because first impressions are everything, Xena.
Okay.
We don't know what
Okay.
kind of people are gonna see. I don't know. Do they prefer the eyes? Do they?
What do
prefer...
they look like? What's the outfits look like?
So imagine, yeah, go ahead.
So it's basically as Gucci as you can get for some of those outfits, like super flamboyant, purples, greens, anything that like accents what I am wearing currently, and also my facial features.
Also, tons of different boots, like different styles.
Lots of boots.
One with pointy toes. One with rounded, some black, some brown. There's one with a gold stripe down it.
Well, I really like the color gold, as you remember one of my dresses that I wore, so I would go with that.
I'm gonna go with you on this. I'm gonna take it, and now I'm gonna do your method to pick out the other one, and I'm gonna close my eyes,
Ooh.
and I'm going to remember which one was my favorite personally, and do a slow spin. So I try to remember where it is and just like pick it out.
Excellent. Yeah. So just for the purposes of this, make a deception check. Xena, roll an insight check.
Okay.
And we'll see if you can tell that Vince is trying to cheat here and pick the outfit that he wants to pick.
Okay.
Oh shit. So yeah, so
Terrible.
so Vince is like slowly turning, and Xena, you're just watching this, and you're just squinting at him.
I'm
Like,
glaring at you.
You just glare.
I'm just like, what are you doing?
I did your method. This is the one I picked right here. It's
no. You have it all wrong. You're not. I think you're confused. I think you're. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here, but I don't know about you, Vince. I don't know. I'm on to you. That's not how it goes.
Oh, what kind of wine are you being, by the way? We should talk about this wine. It's super important about the taste, the quality.
Actually, yeah, it is.
Right as you say
I-
that, Jeff walks in at the sound of wine. And Jeff, you see the spectacle of all these clothes laid out, and you hear them talk about wine.
So I walk in and I'm just kind of like, meat is obviously better than wine. And then I just kind of like look at the pile of clothes, and then I look at Vince. And I'm just kind of like, you do realize you can't take all of that, right?
I'm taking 2. Thank you. You're more than welcome to take some if you want. I know I have good taste.
And then I say, and you haven't decided which one you're going to take, have you?
Excuse me, is this one that Xena picked out?
And then
And
while
again-
he's in the middle of that, I'll like turn and I walk away back down the stairs, sipping my meat as I'm walking away.
Okay. And just for the stream, what does Jeff look like for the
Hold on,
people?
she disconnected from Discord. Give her a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, but so Jeff is a half drow, half human, who has kind of like the pale white skin, and he has white eyes instead of red though. But he's kind of, he started out kind of aloof, but he's gotten a little bit more friendly with everybody. He's very witty. He likes to troll a little bit. He absolutely despises Widget, Xena's ferret. Like hates him to the core. He really has a good rapport with Glare, who he actually, he would never tell Glare this, but he actually thinks of him as like his closest friend and everything. But the two of them bicker and go back and forth all the time, more than anything else. But yeah, he loves to drink, and he actually is lately. Knowing that they're going north and everything, he's actually become a little bit more solemn and serious with his interactions with people and everything. Not necessarily like rude or aloof or anything. He just, it seems like he's a little bit more serious in conversation all the time. And he's actually been spending almost all of his time when he's not asleep in a common area or with the group and everything. He doesn't spend very much time by himself at all. And nobody knows a reason for that. But I don't know if anybody's noticed yet or not.
Okay. Cool. And so, last but certainly not least, Glare, what are you doing while the rest of the party is interacting in the house?
As Jeff kind of walks around the corner, you just hear a loud thumping and stomping coming down the stairs, and as you turn, you see an abomination of bronze and metal kind of walking down with a large dome over its head in the same fashion of Wark, with the 3 glowing red eyes kind of stomping down the stairs and stopping and kind of presenting itself and almost of like a proud manner as it kind of just stands there in front of Xena and Vince.
Oh my god, Wark killed Glare!
What?
Took over his body!
No, you idiot! This as the top of the thing kind of pops open and Glaire's head is kind of like sticking out of where like the dome kind of part is. No, you idiot! This is my new armor.
Oh.
As he kind
That
of
was
like
exciting.
as he kind of like reaches up and touches like a part near his neck, and it kind of like opens up in the front, and he kind of just like steps out of this abomination of metal. I mean, come on, it's not that bad looking. I mean, it needs some work still, but it's a prototype. And you know, Wark's happy about it, aren't you, Wark?
Wark. And you
He's
kind of
happy.
you hear the voice like emanating from somewhere in the suit. It's kind of hard to tell where at first, but it's clear that the suit is somehow Wark still, even though he's not really an autonomous creature anymore. He's just an Iron Man suit now, basically. Yeah.
Anyways, Glare himself is a white-furred tabaxi that is quite large and covered with soot right now. He's got white fur and kind of a bronze-colored mane, and typically quite a grumpy character, as you may have already picked up. And yeah, with that, he also reaches over. Oh yeah, and I made this for the trip. And he sets down a odd yellow-colored cube.
Just what I always wanted to do.
Well, I mean, isn't it obvious? I finally figured out how to make a thermal cube.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd it work?
Glare touches it, and all of a sudden, it actually starts emanating a large amount of heat in the room. So, Perry, I don't know. Like, I looked at my list of magical infusions because I really only have one thing to infuse. I chose a magical item as one of my infusions this time, a thermal cube. A 3-inch cube of solid brimstone that generates enough dry heat to keep the temperature within 15 feet of it at 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
95 degrees Fahrenheit?
35 degrees Celsius.
Oof.
Y'all are going from like freezing to holy crap, we're in Arizona. Basically,
Comfortable either way.
It's horrible. It's really fucking hot.
It's a dry heat. It's a dry heat.
It's true. It's a dry heat. That's true. It's not Florida. If it were Florida, that'd be really bad. You'll also notice that with Glare, he has a new weapon that is really looking very, very unique. So this item that's sort of on the side attached to the suit, but it can come off. It's like holding onto the suit magnetically right now. But it's basically it looks like a mace. But at the top of the mace, there's this strange stone at the core of it that emanates this almost sun-like glow from it, and it's just pulsing in the center of it, and spinning around this stone are gears, like mechanized gears spinning in various different directions and gyrating about at different speeds, almost looking like a clockwork mace of some type. It appears it's made of mithril, so it's got this like very light silver sheen, and it looks very finely made. And it's a weapon that Glare's father gifted to him, but that Glare's been working on. And it's clear just by looking at the weapon that it's just got this glow emanating from it. Anyone who sees this thing is immediately going to know that this item is magical. You're not going to be able to hide it. It is.
I don't think he would anyway.
If someone sees it, they're like, God damn, that's a magic mace. You don't even have to know about magic to know. So it's that kind of item. So it has that unique property to it. And this is the first time you guys are seeing it fully implemented or created. So
So you did some that cool axe for that, huh?
Yeah, well, the damn thing is just too noisy and keeps trying to make me do things that don't make sense. Like, oh, don't hit that poor person. So yeah, I give it back to Blackstaff.
Did you get anything for returning it?
Are we supposed to get something?
It might have. I don't know.
Oh no, I mean, she thanked me for it and just kind of left it at that.
I guess it's fair since we borrowed it, but it's fine.
Yeah, well, I traded one voice for another one, so we'll see how well this one talks to me. Right then.
There's no way to like turn it off.
Really, I didn't actually put a voice in it, so I don't know how that works at all.
And you, you know, well, you haven't really communicated with your weapon a ton yet, Glare, but you do know that it is actually a sentient weapon. But it only speaks to you telepathically right now, and only in emotions. So
It hasn't really said anything, but, keeps, trying to make me feel happy. I don't like that.
yes.
You should listen to it.
No, I don't think I will.
Down.
Besides, I got Wark. Wark knows what's good for me, right, Wark?
Mark.
So are you? So is this cube going to be able to stay on the whole time? And what happens if we get separated?
Oh yeah, no, it's totally fine. Well, if we get separated, I'll be fine.
I was gonna say, what if it's taken away from you somehow?
Oh, that's fine. It'll last for a day before I have to make a new one.
Do you have clothes in case somehow something happens to this?
I mean, I have.
Are you just gonna freeze in that tin can?
I have made several very useful things to bring with us. I mean, really, the shopping is your job. Anyways, right, I will go
Did I
pack.
not do a fantastic job? I would point to all the clothes that are on sprawl across the room.
Oh, which one of these? Glare will go over and kind of start putting his sooty paw over him and start looking for something that might fit him.
None of these fit you. You're gonna have to go get new stuff. Unfortunately.
So you didn't get anything from me.
You didn't ask? I would love to get you some clothes if you want.
I'm not
Something to
letting
bring
you
out,
use it.
something to bring out that white fur a little bit more. I think it would be good.
Yeah, whatever.
Cool.
Okay.
So can I buy for you?
Go for it.
Excellent.
Glare gives you 5 gold.
And that's the exact amount you need, actually. It's 5 gold, by the way. If you want to buy winter clothes, subtract 5 gold from your sheet, and you can decide whatever it looks like when you go shopping for it. And I'll say for the
Apparently
purpose,
that's up to Vince now.
yeah. So Vince, you get to decide Glare's outfit.
Excellent.
But the rest of you can choose what you want as well. All right, so we can get to the shopping in a minute, but before you all go out and do that stuff and whatever else you want to do, Xena, Widget comes up to you.
Okay.
And he says, hey, boss, listen, I know you're leaving soon. I know we talked about it a little bit, but I'm going to stay right here and run the place, just like you told me. But I guess I just wanted to say, and you can tell he's really uncomfortable in this situation, but he's like,
yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you for taking care of me.
Aww.
I know I can be a... What do you do?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was
didn't
gonna
know
say,
you
I know I can be a difficult ferret to deal with, but I just really appreciated our travels together.
Aww. I give him a cookie.
Oh, he'll take it and he'll eat it with his little paws,
Yeah. I just say, yes, it is going to break my heart to leave you behind. You were my sidekick in so many ways, and I really, really hope that you're okay and you stay out of trouble while I'm away, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I'll stay. You know me. I'm responsible. I feel like I've had some decent character growth, in the last campaign and everything. But first of all, I, I'm gonna introduce. Is it okay if I introduce you to some of my friends? While you were away, I made some friends out in the city.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sure.
Yeah, right. Follow me.
Okay.
Widget sort of gallivants around, and he makes his way out of the tavern, and he leads you to a small alleyway nearby. And when
This is
you
canon now.
and when you get to the alleyway, you see a large owl, sort of sitting atop a trash can with feathers that look like ears sticking up like this, and you see a large rabbit with a petrified chicken leg near it, and you see a cat wearing boots and with a tiny toothpick rapier at his side, and you see this beautiful snow fox sitting there, and Widget goes, "All right, Xena, this is the gang here. We got Hootie over there. We got Fluffy. He's a mean one, but he's cool though. We got Bremen." And he points to the fox, and finally we got Louis. I just call him Puss in Boots.
Louis will actually go up and kind of start rubbing against her and purring.
Oh, so
Aw.
cat is there.
I'm like, wow, well, this is quite the motley crew you got going on here, Widget. I did not expect that you would have found all of these creatures to join in a band of whatever it is that you guys do.
Yeah, I don't want to toot our own horns or anything, but we kind of saved the whole city. So
Oh,
we already we're making waves. We're gonna be very well respected soon. I have a
oh
feeling.
wow.
Yeah, just so you know. But I just wanted to show you them because I figured it might make you feel better.
Yes, it does. I'm glad that you won't be alone. I was worried about you. So thank you all. I look at the rest of the animals for
Yeah.
being here for him. Hopefully he doesn't get on your nerves too much.
Yep.
And then I guess I just say, well, you guys are welcome at the tavern as long as you don't destroy the place and keep it in shape.
Of course, boss. I would never do anything. Plus, I gotta keep an eye on, all them employees or whatever y'all calls them. Seem useless to me, but I gotta keep them in line. So I'll take care of the tavern for you. But
Aw.
I got one last thing. He sort of goes behind the trash can and grabs something, and he brings it up to you, and he shows you this shiny coin. And he says, "This is just a parting gift before you go. It's good luck. I found it in the sewers, but I cleaned it. Don't worry."
Okay.
And he hands you a shiny coin.
I put it in my bag and I'm like, thank you, Widget. And then I don't. He's not able to write letters, right? Because he's a ferret, or can
No.
he? Because he shot a gun. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but he
literally
he
can
can
shoot
shoot a
guns.
gun, but he can't write. No.
Okay, so I'm just like, well, am I able to send objects to him, like gifts?
Yeah, I
not
mean,
written,
you'll have to find out. You're not sure what the mail delivery system is gonna be, there are magical ways to communicate, but you might,
okay.
yeah, you might not be able to talk to him directly, but maybe you'll be able to talk to one of the folks at the tavern to relay a
Oh,
message.
okay, okay, okay. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So I'm like, well, I'll try to send things back if I'm able to, but I'm really gonna miss ya, I said.
Thanks, boss. Oh, and one last thing. He puts his paws around his neck and he removes the collar.
What?
Or he's about to remove it. He says, I think you're going to need this. And he takes it off and he places it in your hand. And it's really tiny in your hand, but when he takes it off, it magically grows to a larger size in your hand, the collar.
Yeah.
And he just looks up to you and he just starts squeaking like a ferret.
Aw, I'm gonna cry now. I start crying. And then I just like pat him on the head or whatever, and I guess like take him back to the tavern then.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, can I like? Do you think the other animals would follow so I can show them?
Yeah, they'll follow. Yeah.
Okay, so I like beckon to them, you know, like come with me. or
Hootie
whatever.
flies into a window.
Oh shit! And then I was like, oh no! Like I check on the owl, and then I like pick it up, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Fireball explodes.
Fireball explodes.
Oh my god.
Feathers everywhere. No, I'm just
Holy
kidding.
shit.
That doesn't happen. No.
And so I like open the door of the tavern and go in, and I have like all these animals, like basically that you guys see, and I'm just like, so Widget has new friends, guys, and here they are.
They're multiplying.
Here they are. And yeah, I just like wanted to introduce them. This is Hootie and the Puss in Boots, and I think this is like a rabbit or something. I'm not really sure what his name was. I think it's Fluffy. And then this is Bryn, the fox, and
That's all of them. Yeah.
yeah, that's all of them.
You'll see that Fluffy heads to the mead.
Vince is like he was on a bar stool, and I was like slowly getting onto the bar counter
just
to get on
hopping.
higher level.
This is big fat rabbit hop into the mead.
Glad he found friends before he left.
As long as they stay out of my room. I've got something in there that I've been working on that I'm leaving to stew for the next couple of months, and, well, let's just say that it was an experiment involving, well, fire alchemy, and, I'm not sure if it's going to work, but, you know, I figured I'll give it a couple of months.
You're not. It does potentially. Could it destroy the salty ferret while we're gone?
I mean, it hasn't yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you all say goodbye and all that stuff to all the animals. What now? Is there anything you want to do before making your way to the harbor to leave the city of Waterdeep for a very long time?
No, I'm pretty sure I've actually got a bunch of healing potions and alchemist fire and a bunch of shit stocked up, so
Okay.
I think I'm good on my end.
Okay. Just anything, like you can use your gold, use it wisely.
I already did use a bunch of gold.
Let's
just
see. Let's see.
Yep. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Xena as well, if you would like to do anything before leaving. We'll say that you guys got like your winter clothes picked out.
I just like go over to Vincent's and I leave another written letter like about like where I'm going basically. Like this is sort of something that I do every time that I leave the town to kind of like hope that one day he returns and he'll know where I am, or like, you know, that you kind of do to someone that you don't know if they'll ever come back. Just sort of like write a letter and just be like, hey, I don't know if you'll ever get this, but this is, you know, we're doing well and we're traveling to Icewind, or I know the area that it's called.
Yeah,
Right?
it's called
Okay.
10 towns up.
10 towns. Okay. I just like explain we're going to 10 towns and we are going to be I just like sort of write about it in a friendly manner. Like Vince is packing way too many clothes and Claire is his usual stubborn self. And I'm just like kind of just talking as if to a friend. And then I just say like I really hope that when we get back from our travels that I'll just be able to walk in the door and you're still here. But if not, then uh I guess I'll be writing you another letter when I get back. Stuff like that.
Awesome. And I'm guessing
Uh-huh.
you slide it under the door. The note.
Yeah,
or
like I
something.
can't remember. Didn't I have access though to get in? I
Yeah,
thought.
you do. Yeah, you do.
Okay, I think I left like a letter before we left before on the table. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, you
So
can
I
just leave
just
it on his
leave it in
desk.
the same place.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Does it look really dusty, like not
Yeah.
disturbed? Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, it
I
does.
just like leave it in the same place and then like I guess lock the door if I'm able to, or however I did last time.
Okay. You do that.
Okay.
Anyone else would like to do anything?
How is the healing potion market in Waterdeep? How much can I find around here?
Well, we can pull up the handy. Did you find it in the sheet?
I mean, I may have already bought a bunch that are on from the sheet there. I didn't. I thought that was okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
It's
gonna
okay.
say the
How much
regular
was-
ones are like what 50 gold or whatever, and then
Yeah,
the greater
50
are
gold.
150.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you can buy whatever, however many of whatever you want. So.
Okay, so I'll buy at least how much gold do I have? I'll buy I'll just buy 2, and then I'm gonna actually buy a cap of water breathing, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Yep, that's fine. Just mark it off.
I'm
Well-
basically broke down.
Jeff, would you like to do anything before leaving in particular?
So I bought some winter clothes too, just in case. But I also bought a couple of healing potions too. But while
Did
everyone
everyone
else,
stock up on healing potions?
well, just in case. Stuff.
I have 2 greater and like 4 of the regular. I think in my inventory.
Oh, nice. But I don't know. I'll probably spend that last day kind of staying close to the tavern. I don't drink nearly as much as I have been used recently, but I'm just kind of sitting there smoking my pipe and kind of lost in contemplation and everything. And I don't know if, I don't know if the rest of the group has really taken a notice to it or not, but I very much have been a lot more quiet in the last couple of weeks, knowing that we're headed north. And I've always had this it's like a humming sound almost in the back of my head that I continue to hear. Like it's literally all the time now, and that's kind of the thing that I've been focused on recently, and I'm kind of concerned about it, and it's kind of the focus that I've really been on. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, just sitting there drinking like I always do.
I mean, I'll let Blair be the one to notice if he wants to be the one who might have noticed Jeff being a little off. But if not, Vince
Oh,
would-
he might have noticed it, but he's not saying anything to anyone.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Well, last thing Vince will do before leaving is probably find Penelope.
Okay.
Uh,
You go to the Harper hangout, or sort of one of their offices, and if Penelope works there this time of day, this time of week, and she opens the door and she says, "Oh, hi, hey there, Vince. Today's the big day."
Yep. Gonna be heading out to the north. Sounds like a terrible idea, but I'm with good people. We'll be fine.
Oh, and that's the outfit you chose? I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
It's, by total random chance, this happened to be in my possession.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. It suits you so well for that to be random.
Thank you. But on a more serious note, on the off chance we don't come back, you don't hear from me for a while. mm, If you could go to the Salty Ferret and go to my room, under the bottom drawer of my desk is my first violin. I would like you to take care of it if I don't come back.
Aw, of course. And I'll check by there from time to time just to make sure, nothing blew up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Glare has me concerned. He was
Mm-hmm.
talking about alchemy fire, so please be weary of it.
And about that other matter, remember to check in when you get there.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Okay. We suspect there's strange things going on. Just don't trust anyone, okay?
I'll give a nod.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
All right. Well,
She'll give you a hug if you let her.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll give a hug back.
Okay. And she's like, "Well, okay, stay safe. We'll be okay here in Waterdeep, and I can't wait for you to come back and tell me all the stories."
Well, hopefully there's things worth telling up there.
I know, right? Gosh, sounds like a real chore.
Right? All right. Well, someone has to do it. So, yep. I will see you later then.
Okay, bye. And then she shuts
Yeah,
it.
he'll awkwardly walk away and.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Cool. All right. So, you all make your way to the harbor in Waterdeep. You recognize this harbor as the one where you met your dragon friend in the last campaign, but he's not here right now. And you see this ship, the Courageous Walrus. It has the name sort of built into the side of the hull, and it's currently in port. And you see the crew of the ship are... It's very obviously the crew of the ship because they're all wearing heavy winter's clothes, as if they're making a trek up north. And they're all sort of, walking from the docks and carrying these big boxes up there and setting them up and then tying them down with these thick ropes, and, doing all their sailor's knots and things to make sure that things are tied down. You see a man up top on the mast sort of getting that ready to go. And most importantly, you believe you see the captain at the helm of the ship. It appears to be a female dragonborn woman with bronze skin scales and a tail. And she's wearing a tricorn hat. And when she speaks, she kind of has a forked tongue, almost lizard-like. And her eyes are like golden almost in the way that they look. And so what do you all do as you approach this ship? Oh, you can also tell, sorry, before we get there, you also tell that the ship itself, like the hull, while you've seen many merchant ships and things before, the hull of this ship seems specifically reinforced by some sort of metal type stuff, so that presumably for like dealing with ice and other type of dangers that you might face in the north. But yeah, so what do you do when you see this?
I didn't think they allowed pirates port in Waterdeep. Oh, just me? Okay, I'm glad that I'm talking to myself, people.
Vince is just taking in the surroundings. Finally, realizing this is gonna be quite a trip.
Okay.
I'm just looking out on the water towards the north, just kind of waiting.
I DM'd you, Perry.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So you all make your way to the ship, and the captain says, "Welcome aboard, the courageous walrus. Are you all ready to brave the wild north?"
I mean,
I believe so.
brave is kind of a strong term. I mean, it's just cold, right? You don't really have to be brave to deal with that, right?
Oh, we'll be facing many dangers potentially. I hope you've got what it takes. And then
Glare will kind of
chuckles. The crew chuckles.
Glare will kind of like tap on, like just like kind of almost hammer on the metal chest of the armor that he's wearing. He's like, don't worry. I think I've got more than enough gear to deal with that part.
I hope so. We've got some provisions and rations that should last us the month and a half it's going to take to get there. So I hope you're used to the cold, because we're leaving in about 1 hour. Get ready. Your chambers and quarters are in the bottom area of the ship, and she sort of points towards, like sort of near the center of the ship. There's stairs that go down, and that's presumably where you would go to eat and rest and things like that. So
Vince is kind of like just standing there a little bit, trying to look a little like shoulders back, pride position type thing to see like if first impression clothes works at all with this crew. If anyone's taking a look.
no one cares.
Oh, look, someone to rob.
No one cares at all. Like you're kind of like you're.
Yeah. So Vince will just nod and like, yep, all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just kind of chuckle a little bit at this whole thing that's going on and everything.
Yeah, and so so that happens. She introduces herself. She says, "By the way, my name is Captain Para."
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'll extend a hand and say, Vince Vandern, you already know we are the meddlers.
Yeah, and she'll shake your hand, and she's got like this strong
Super tight
grip.
grip, yeah.
Super tight dragonborn. Yeah, Yep. So yeah. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, let's be off. Okay. So you all hop on the ship, and the crew sort of raises the anchor, and they untie the rope from the harbor, and they begin to sort of get ready to move out into the ocean, and you all spend a good deal of time with them, and you start. The first few days are kind of rough. Some of you are a bit seasick. Being out on the waters for an extended period of time, it's not a great feeling. After a few weeks, though, you sort of become acclimated to traveling on a boat, for the most part, and
So, as well, during the period of time, there is something I would like to do.
Go ahead. Yeah, what would you like to do?
I approached Jeff just kind of randomly when I could find him alone.
Okay.
And kind of just kind of awkwardly, of course, glare. Just kind of like kind of figure out where he is and kind of like lean against the wall beside wherever he happens to be leaning at the moment.
I'd noticed that he's come up and everything, and I look over at him and I'm just kind of like, "Can I help you, Tin Can Cat fan?"
I'm definitely not wearing it right now. He would have doffed it and left it kind of on the decks just so.
Oh, I know, but I'm just joking with him, calling him Tin Can Cat Man now.
Yeah, laugh it up. That thing will be the only thing standing between you and the biggest thing out there, so, just have your laughs now.
So when he says the biggest thing out there, the joking face that I had like immediately goes back to just kind of like somber, and I turn back and I'm looking back out on the water again.
So, that sword thing of yours, I haven't really taken much of a look at it, but, cursory glances, it's pretty special stuff, right?
that it is.
Glare kind of like shifts uncomfortably a little bit because he's just, you can tell he's totally not like sure what to do here. He's like, yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, my weapon's like, you know, definitely kind of weirdly, like, it's made this weird metal stuff and kind of.
As he's like trying to struggle through this, I turn to look at him and I'm just kind of like, are you asking me if mine speaks to me too?
He kind of just like looks at his eyes like, yeah, that, I mean, if that it does it, I mean, kind of, you know, it's okay, look, the weapon that my father was making, the metal that he got from the north here, it's the same stuff that your sword's made of.
I think it is, yeah.
I know it is. So that means whatever that sword is made of, it came from the north here too. And if it's speaking to you, I mean,
I'm gonna look back out on the water and say I've kind of gathered that already. Haven't told anybody else this, but I don't think that my sword is a very benevolent being. The only things that I ever get from it are hate and anger. That's why I don't want anybody else touch it, because of the way that it reacts, the emotions that I get from it. It's something else, Glare. I don't think this is going to be a fun trip at all. Something up there in the north that I think is calling to me personally. I'm a little worried about what's going to happen when we get there.
Glare will kind of sigh a little bit and kind of, yeah, okay, well, at least it makes me feel, you know, good that I was right about that. Well, just so you know, if you need to talk to anyone, I mean, the others don't really tell me anything anyway, so honestly, I don't really speak to them if I can help it anyway, so... Glare will kind of like put up one of his like big claws and like kind of put it on his shoulder and just kind of awkwardly walk off after that.
As he's walking off, I turn around and I grab him and I spin him back around and I put my fist in the middle of his chest and I say, I need you to promise me one thing. If we get up there and you see that I'm changing or that I'm doing something that could endanger the group, you be the one to take care of it. You get me?
Glare kind of like looks like shocked for a moment, then kind of just like somberly just nods.
After that, I turn around and I walk back to the other end of the ship.
Awesome. Okay. So you all are on the seas for quite a while, and about a month has passed. And you're nearing, you believe, the destination within a few weeks or so, maybe even less, probably like 2 weeks. And as you're nearing it, you all are currently in the ship's quarters, like in the bottom area of the ship, just sort of hanging out down there, when you hear a call from above. And you hear someone shout out, "Captain, we have a problem!"
F.
Well,
I
guess
run
I'm
to see what's
donning.
going on.
Guess I'm donning the Mark 1 work armor.
Yeah, so the suit comes on, Mark, and you Iron Man into the suit, and all of you make your way up the stairs. And I'm just gonna... Can everyone see where you are on the map, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So,
Zoom out first, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, there. Wait.
yeah, I'm moving you
Okay.
to the top area so you
Okay,
can
now I
sort of
see
see
it.
what's going on. Okay. So when you come out of the top, you see that the crew is kind of in a bit of a panic. And they're looking about, and you see that there's this mysterious... there's a mysterious fog that appears to be like encircling this whole area, and it's really reducing visibility a lot in this current environment. And as you're up there, you hear the loud blizzard-like winds that are currently swirling around this ship just because you're so far north now. You're up in what they call the Sea of Moving Ice. As you look around in the eerie fog, it's so dense, the fog, that you can barely see the ocean around you. It seems like the whole boat is just surrounded by this very bizarre fog. And not only that, but the fog also seems to be a little overhead, blocking off like the very top of part of the mast of the ship as well. What do you do?
Is there
Walk
anything
us
we
on
can
my
help?
boat.
Let's talk to the crew.
Wait, the crew's there with us, right?
Yeah,
or
they're
are they
all.
like we can't see them? Okay.
You can see the crew on the ship, but they all kind of look a bit bewildered as they're trying to get any visibility.
Glare is going to take time to ritually, while everyone's doing this, ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You take.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna cast Dancing Light and run the 3 orbs out to either end of the ship and then one kind of above us, just trying to help with the lighting in the center.
Okay. As you do that, you hear. Well, you don't hear anything yet. Anyway, so as you do that, you send out the lights, the globules, out into various locations in the fog, and Glare.
It's within 30 feet, by the way, just so
Right.
it may not be far enough, but I just want to see anything around close to me around the ship.
Yeah. So you notice several things pick up on your radar. First of all the fog around you immediately lights up as magical. Conjuration. So you immediately know that this is some magic fog going on right now. You also notice, now that Jeff has put up the lights around, that there are 4 sort of ice shards. You're the only one that can see them because with your high perception, your high passive perception, you just barely make these things out. And they're like sort of hanging in different areas of the ship. I've sort of made them visible now on the map for you. There's one near the north end of the ship, sort of out near the edge of the ship. There's 2 of them in the center at opposing corners, and then there's one near the back end of the ship. And they just seem to be icicles that are suspending in the air as the ship is moving, sort of moving along with the ship, but suspending in the air.
Someone's doing this on purpose, you know. And Glare will actually pull out his new weapon, wind up, and whip it at one of the icicles that are hanging in the air.
Okay. Okay. All right. As you do that, you grab your weapon and you throw it. I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Yep.
Actually, hold on. We're gonna do this the right way here. There we go.
Glare.
Oh shit. Good God. Hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
Whew.
Ever putting those big numbers out.
I hope it doesn't actually show you guys this, but we'll see. Oh, good, it doesn't. Oh, goddamn. All right. Okay, so Glare, we'll say that this is the surprise round, and Glare, you're acting first, since you're the first person that can, that's sort of noticing something awry here. As you do, you shout out and you throw this amazing mace of yours, and it sort of spins and hums as it flies, and this is the first time you guys are seeing this, but it flies towards one of the shards. I need you to make an attack roll with the mace.
Yep. I'm not used to doing this in D&D. How the hell do I do this thing on? Action. Oh, right. I have to go into actions. That's why. Let's just do a ranged attack.
Okay.
Does 18 hit?
18 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It would have been. Oh, max damage, damn.
Okay. So it crashes into one of the icicles, and when it does so, you see that the icicle itself shatters, and in its place, you see a creature that looks like this. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks kind of like this, and I'm gonna show you guys a picture. There you go.
Oh, magnets.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see that thing appear. You can feel free to make a knowledge check if you want to try to figure out what it is.
Sure, I'll do a knowledge check. That would be Arcana.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll try it too.
Okay. That's a pretty good roll. All right. So, Jeff, you're not 100% sure what it is, but you, Glare, know that that is an ice mephit. And mephits are imp-like creatures, but they're native to the elemental planes. They come in 6 varieties, and each one represents a mixture of 2 elements. They are known as tricksters, and sort of these ones in particular survive off of ice and snow and things like that, and they don't require any food or drink as they're mostly like elemental in nature. But yeah, they're pretty much just ice tricksters as far as you know. And when you hit it though, you see that you actually take off as soon as the ice shatters. You see that the mephit is now breaks out and goes as it snaps out of its icicle and it reverts back to its normal form. It is now looks severely wounded as it's suspending in the air from your hit. And as you guys watch, as the mace that he threw circles back like a boomerang and flies back to Glaire's hand, and he catches it.
Well, it wouldn't actually come back till the end of my turn.
Oh, okay, got it. So what else do you do then? What's your?
Well, I have another attack, or any of them within range from melee attack.
No, the other ones are currently suspended in the air. The other
Didn't think
ice
so.
crystals.
All right. Well, then I'll just have to wait. I'll end my turn, and I guess it'll come back.
Yeah. So the axe comes back and you catch it back in your hand, almost like a magnetic sound as you clasp it again. All right. So that was kind of the surprise round. You hear someone on the ship shout out as they're looking overboard. Captain, we have a problem. And then right as he says that, you hear a crash as the ship has ground to a halt. When looking overboard, peering through the fog, you see that there's a thick sheet of ice that has now sort of formed around the front and sides part of the ship, and you guys are kind of stuck right now. And you hear Para go, shit, this fog made it to where we couldn't see. We're gonna have to get this ice out of here. And, yeah, that's it for that turn. Moving down the initiative order out of the surprise round now. You all hear something, sort of, you believe, coming from underneath the ship. It kind of sounds like... Did you hear that sound?
Yeah, I did.
It almost sounds like a fervent tapping under the ice. Vince, it's your turn.
I think Jeff got a higher initiative.
Oh, did he?
He did. He got
I'm
20
not
most.
Oh, it didn't show up
you.
on the thing. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me add the folks on there who didn't appear.
Yeah,
on the
you
thing.
have to actually click your icon before you click in the
Yeah,
D&D
I know.
Beyond. It's weird.
Oh
I
yeah.
fucked that up as
My
well.
bad.
So-
Like, with my tattoo, it says that I have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with unarmed and natural strikes. So I just have to manually know that whenever I'm rolling then, because it doesn't factor into my character sheet, or does it?
It should factor into your unarmed strikes automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I made it like a magic item. All right, and then Xena, your initiative was 4. Oh man. Okay, I'll add you in here. Zine. Oh my god. All right. Oh my god. Failing. All right, here we go. All right, so Jeff, it's your turn. You hear that noise at the bottom of the ship, that tapping. What do you do?
So is it like coming from the inside of the ship, or is it like tapping at the below the ship at the bottom?
Below the ship and sort of around the front sides area of the ship.
So I'm going to say there's something tapping on the ship, and I'm going to run to the front and tell them to take care of what's back here, and I'm going to see what's going on up there. So I'm going to move all the way forward to see if I can see what's going on up here. Can I see the ice crystals, like the methods now, or are they all still encased in their crystals?
There, you see one of the Mephits, the one that's wounded by glare, but the other ones you just very barely see faint ice crystals after glare pointed them out, and they're all suspended about 20 feet or so in the air, above various points of the ship where they are on the map.
Okay, so as I'm moving up to where I'm at here, I'm going to go ahead and turn, if I can see this one, and do a double Eldritch at the crystal as I'm trying to make my way up to the other area or from the ship.
At the crystal or the one that's hurt already?
The crystal itself.
Okay, cool. Go for it. So Jeff slashes the air with his weapon, and you see as these crackling beams of force, almost like looking like slashes, fly towards this creature at an X type formation. The first one hits, and is it 2 attack rolls?
For Eldritch Blast, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double Eldritch, yeah.
Okay. You straight up, the first Eldritch Blast hits and it shatters, and it breaks that ice mephit out of its like ice form, and then the second Eldritch Blast comes up, hits it, and shatters the mephit, and it's dead from that one Eldritch Blast. Good job.
Glass cannon.
Yep. All right. I'm going to just readjust my initiative orders here. All right. However, Jeff, as you do that, that tapping gets louder as you approach that area of the ship. Scurries up, and bursting forth from the side of the ship, through the ice, is this monstrous-looking creature that looks something like that. That right there.
That looks like a really nasty ice serpent.
Yeah. So I'm going to show this to you guys.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. So it's got like all these tons of legs and these like fiery looking spines on its back, and it just goes as it appears next to you.
Oh my god, that's what it sounds like.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I turned wide-eyed and I'm like, oh shit.
And it's gonna try to bite you. So here goes. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why it didn't roll damage. Why didn't it roll damage? Hold on. What the? Hold on. Technical difficulties here.
There's still more ice people or whatever things left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's 2 imps towards the middle of the ship. One of them's really hurt. And then there's one to the south that we haven't seen yet.
Alright, so you take 17 points of piercing damage as this thing bites into your upper shoulder and part of your chest. And as it bites down with its sharp teeth, you feel a burning sensation pulse through your chest and shoulder as all of its teeth individually appear to be heated by a flame. And it burns into your chest and skin, dealing another 7 points of fire damage. So you take a total of 24 points of damage from that bite. So,
That was fucking nasty.
yeah. So yeah, it's right there. And it's happy to see you. Vince, you're up. You see this thing burst forth and take a bite from Jeff. What do you do?
First panic a little bit. And then just to flavor it a little bit, instead of like soil and dirt coming together, he's gonna pull out his violin, start playing it, and he's gonna cast Maximilian's Earth and Grasp on it.
Ooh.
What
What does that mean I have to do?
You need to do a save of 15, which most likely you will do.
Dex?
Strength, I think.
Strength. Oh, okay. Yeah, it succeeds. So it takes
So let's
half.
see. On a fail, the target takes that. Actually, it doesn't say anything about if it succeeds. So most likely it does not do any damage, unfortunately.
Oh, damn. Okay, so you
On a failed save, yeah.
failed save half? Or
No, failed save. That's the only time it does.
Oh,
anything,
wow.
So
I did not know
Yep.
that. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, you all watch as Vince plays his violin, and the ice around this thing begins to swirl up and try to just bash into the creature and try to hold it in place, but it slips out from it and sort of slithers around, basically breaking out of that no problem, seemingly undamaged. And if you'd like to move,
yeah, Vince will move. I'm assuming I can see Jeff. I can't technically see him where I'm at, but I'm assuming like he's just up on the deck
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah, you can see him.
And I'll just continue playing my music and just say, "We got you back. Don't worry about it." And I'll give you inspiration.
Yay!
And you can use it for attack roll to hit. You can use it for saving throw, or you can use it for an ability check.
Was that to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Glare, it is your turn again. You just caught your doom, your hammer, and you see that Jeff got really hurt bad as that giant creature just bit into him, and
So that thing's coming over the deck then, right?
yeah, it's like it's about to climb up on deck. It's like right on the
Alright.
edge. Yeah.
First thing, I will whip my mace at the thing above me there.
The icicle.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. That misses. Yeah.
That's fine. Glare will actually also, in the middle of this, run over to that thing, and with one of his gauntlet, it will suddenly charge with electricity, and he will actually wind up and punch the thing.
Hell yeah. Okay, make an attack roll. So, Iron Man style, his gauntlet charges up, punches into it.
17 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
12 thunder damage.
So, you punch into this thing's body and pierce through it. However, as you do so, you a bit of its blood sort of shoots out of its body and burns through a bit of the armor through the cracks and burns you a little bit, and you take I have to actually roll for that. Okay, hold on. You take 6 points of fire damage as the splash of its blood burns in
one
it.
sec. So, as it does that, the armor lights up and casts Absorb Elements as a reaction.
Oh, okay. So you take half. So you guys watch as it begins to burn through the armor, but the armor reacts, sort of starts glowing this red color, and it manages to dissipate some of that heat. away from Glaire's skin. Awesome. Really cool. All right. And at the end of your turn, your mace flies back, and you catch it again. Back to you. All right. So now this Mephit sort of flies down a little bit. The one that's injured next to you, and it breathes like this cone of ice breath at both of you. I need Glare and Jeff to make dexterity saving throws, please, as this frost breath sort of begins to come at you. That's a fail for you. And a fail for Jeff. So you both take... Oh my god! 8 points of frost cold damage as you're just really freaking cold now as it just breathes fire in you. And it sort of laughs. And then it flies back up sort of in the air, kind of out of melee range, back into the fog. And so now you're having trouble seeing it.
I was going to let you know, by the way, for the big snake thing, it has disadvantage on any attack rolls for a target other than me until the start of my next turn.
Okay, that's good to know. I will keep that in mind. One of the other ice Mephits, sort of, you see the crystal up here revert to its normal form. And it is going to sort of appear near Xena and Vince behind them. And it's also going to breathe that frost breath kind of... Actually, it's going to be like above them, out of melee range, and it's going to breathe down the ice in like a sort of circle to hit both Xena and Vince in it. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws, please. Fail. Fail? Both of you on dex? Okay, well, alright. So you both take...
Rolling low.
Who do you guys think you are, me?
You both take 4 points of cold damage as the icy frost breath washes over you, and it's fucking cold.
So it's cold damage, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take 2.
Yeah. And it will fly up. We'll say they're both about 15 feet up right now. The second ice Mephit's going to do the same exact thing. So now they're like sort of surrounding you. And it's also going to breathe that. Make 2 more dex saving throws, each of you. This time, Xena, you succeed. You only take half of whatever I roll here. Both of you only take half this time. After being surprised by the first bit of ice breath, you manage to dodge the brunt of this one, though it still kind of clips your legs, so you each take 3 points of cold damage from the second round. And now, Xena, it is your turn. So you see these 2 creatures are flying about 15 feet above you and Vince, and they're breathing all sorts of nasty cold breath on you. What do you do?
Really quick, I need to do some con saves.
Go for it. Thank you.
Oh, I would as
Is
well.
there anything that I can run up to, like, jump off of and hit them? Like, there's, like, any ladder
There's a pillar mast thing right there, right next to you. So I will say you can do some crazy monk shit. Just make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Hell yeah, no problem. So Vince, you watch as Xena, like, immediately, like, super quick, darts up and, like, begins, like, ninja running up this mast almost in a superhuman way and kicks off of it. And what do you do to this creature?
And I want to do unarmed strike, but then use a key, and don't I get to do 2 other ones? Right?
Yeah, so you get 1 normal hit and then 2 extra ones with your bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one.
That hits. Roll damage. So you punch it right in the face as you kick off the mass and kapow it right in the face, and then you reach around for a kick with your knee. Go ahead and roll that one for your flurry of blows. Yeah, that hits. Roll again. Damage.
Nice.
Another
And
8
then-
points. Oh my god.
And I also do another one, right?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. So you punch it once in the face, then knee it again, and it's like you're breaking off bits of
It's
this
like I
thing.
want to like like when I'm jumping off the mast, I want to like come down on it like like a down cut and then like twist and like flying kick it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. So you flying kick it, and then you spin around, and you're about to bring your heel down for the last hit, but unfortunately, it dodges just out of the way, and you barely clip its wing with that last heel strike, and then you just sort of drop to the ground like a Superman pose and land, and you look up, and the thing looks very wounded after the 2 strikes. Okay, and I'm gonna say you landed like right here, but you can still move if you want. But you're on the deck of the ship.
Okay.
That was awesome. Hell yeah. All right, don't forget. I think you get some charges every time you land on arms.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get 2 charges there. Jeff, you're up.
So it's in melee range. If I try to move away, he's gonna get advantage or the attack on me, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh shit. Glare, what's your con saving throw?
I think I have +4. Yeah, +4. It's not bad.
Also, Glare, what type of damage was that? Was that thunder damage, your gauntlet?
That was thunder damage from the gauntlet.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
I don't know what to do.
It's okay.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis for now.
Armor of Agathis. Okay. So I don't know why your initiative keeps going up every round, but that's scaring me. Alright, so you cast Armor of Agathis, which I believe with your current spell slots gives you...
15.
Is it only 15? Yeah, it is 15. Okay, yeah, so you get 15 temp HP. Yep. And just keep track of that, because it's...
Yeah,
really...
I'm watching it on my my token.
Cool.
And now I'm gonna use Hex on the fucking centipede eyes bastard as a bonus action.
Okay. Yep, you hex it. I'm gonna just mark that with a red dot. Okay.
Nope, my son's awake.
So,
I'll
you,
be right
so
back.
you guys watch as Jeff sort of pulls together some of the fog and the icicles in the air, and they begin to form this frost-like armor that covers his body. Almost think like Arthas-style armor, and like this dark blue ice armor now covers his body as he sort of points his sword at the creature, and it just sort of howls at him as it's like sort of slithering about, and you hear on the deck of the ship there as it's pissed off. And it is now its turn. However, it's more pissed off at Glare. Glare, it's going to try to bite you.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah. There's a 24 hit.
It does.
Yeah, okay. So it chomps down on you, Glare. Oh, man. That's a lot of fucking damage. I think you might go down.
If any of it's fire damage, I am resistant to it still.
Okay. Alright, well, you take 22 points of piercing damage.
Oh yeah, that is just enough to knock me down.
F. Okay. And 4 points of fire. And so you guys watch as this thing just sort of bites into Glare and just shakes him around. And it somehow pierces through that armor and drops him. Rolled the 24 it rolled a natural 18. Goddamn. Sorry, I'm an asshole. Okay. And drops Glare to the ground. You're at 0, by the way. There's no negatives in 5th edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still used to 4th for some reason.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's it for its turn. However, it is going to crawl up on the ship. And we're just going to say it's like on top of Glare. So you guys see this thing has dropped Glare, and now it's like looming over him and looking at Jeff. And you're all like, oh my god. It's fucking crazy.
Kind of wish I'd saved my reaction.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
It happens.
Vince, you're up.
I will go ahead and use a healing word.
Okay. Glare, you are filled with a little bit of healing as you're sort of.
Damn.
I didn't mean to use that 3rd level. Well, so that would just be
just the first roll.
Just be the first roll. So why
One.
doesn't I have my modifier on it? That's weird.
1 plus 4. Am I reading that right?
No, it's weird.
I think your modifier is +4. So
Yeah, it
1
does have
plus
it.
4. So it should be 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're back up with 5 glare, and as you look up, you're seeing the underbelly of this creature. I'm going to say you're prone, and you're just looking up at it, and it's like got all these like 1,000 legs and snake-like body, and it's just looming over you. It doesn't quite notice that you're back up, but it's just sort of staring down at Jeff. But you're under
Now,
it.
are those ice crystals still there, or are they gone now?
Oh, those are gone. There's only one ice. Oh no, there's no more ice crystals left. So yeah, they're all gone. You just see the methods.
Alright. I will go ahead and fire at the method that Xena already hit
Okay,
with an Eldritch Blast.
go for it. Attack roll.
Wow.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, that's just enough. So,
Hey.
yep, from your bow, you shoot out a crackling beam of purple force energy, and it collides with the method and shatters into a frost and ice dust that sort
And
of lands atop Xena.
Cast the other one at the big monster. That's
Okay.
attacking Glare and Jeff.
Go for it.
Oops.
All right, that hits. You shoot another one at it, and it strikes it right in the back. 4 points of force damage as it howls out in pain.
And I'll just like run over here and be like, "Hey, over here, you big stupid monster!" And just look at the rest of the crew. Like, is there anything we can use on the ship that can help?
They'll shout out, "There's a harpoon, but it doesn't turn that way."
Well, great.
Or not a harpoon, sorry, a ballista. A ballista!
That'll be for me then.
One thing, I think I forgot to add your bludgeoning damage, or your thunder damage from your gauntlet. Oh, you missed, right?
I missed, yeah.
Or Glare missed.
My gauntlet? No, I hit it.
You hit it. Well, I'm trying to find the damage. I just forgot to record it.
I think it was 13. Hang on.
I see the absorb elements. I just don't. Oh, there it is. 12 damage. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. I'm gonna put that on there. Hold on.
I missed with my throw, but I did not miss with the gauntlet.
Right, I just forgot to. I just didn't record it. Okay. Cool. Glare, you're back up. So you're coughing, very hurt.
Right.
You feel all this pain, and you look up and you see this creature looming above you.
All right. Well, first off, the armor is going to glow a little bit as his defensive field activates. 5 temporary hit points.
Yay! Begins to glow this white color.
I heard mention of a harpoon. About how much do you think those weigh?
Well, there's a ballista. It's on the other side of the.
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking of the harpoons. Do you think the harpoons would be 5 pounds, or is it like a big ballista?
It's a big ballista. It's mounted to the ship, you
Okay.
know. So.
Okay, fair enough. Never mind. That plan won't work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Glare is going to all of a sudden the contraptions, like you'll see, kind of a part of the armor open up as he casts magic missile from the armor
Oh, nice.
at level 2.
Okay, cool. Is it coming from a gauntlet, or is it like from the
No,
chest?
it's like the shoulders open up and like fires
okay.
magic missiles straight up at it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's awesome. So like instead of missiles, it's like
Yeah.
magic missiles. I got it. Okay, that's awesome.
So, I only rolled. Wait, what is my modifier? Only a +1? Hang on, that doesn't look right.
It's a level 1, or it's
I cast it at level 2. Hang on, I'm just reading here.
so it should be 2d4 plus 2, right?
2d. Oh, apparently it's just +1 for the darts. 2d4 plus.
For each dart, though. So it's each
Okay.
dart is +1. So it's, right.
It should
So
be
it's,
+3 overall. Or whatever.
Okay, so 5 damage, I guess.
okay, 5 points of damage. as they strike into the underbelly of this thing, and it howls out in pain, and it looks back down at you.
I'm going to definitely stand up, roll over and stand up.
Okay, so you get out from under it, and you... yeah, we'll say that's fine. Yeah, you get out from underneath it.
That'll be my turn, because that's my bonus, that's my action, and that's my move.
Okay, this ice method, I'm gonna roll a d6 real quick. Nope. It is going to fly over to you, Jeff. Don't mind that noise. I'm sure it's fine. And it is going to try to claw the shit out of you, Jeff. Does a 15 hit?
It's not.
Yeah, so it tries to claw you, but you just sort of dodge out of the way. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for its turn. The second ice method, let's roll another d6. F. Okay. It's going to fly down next to you, Xena, and it's going to try to claw you with its ice claws. And it misses completely, like terribly. So Xena, you just sort of duck out of the way as this creature tries to claw you futilely. And now it is your turn, Xena.
Okay, the one that just tried to attack me, can I attack it?
Yes.
Okay. I want to do the same thing that I did before.
Okay, 3 attacks. Let's go.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to it.
All right, you try to punch it once, but
wait.
it's
That's sorry. I'm reading what Hugga just posted in the chat. Yeah, it should have been. It's not just 2 darts. It would have been 4 darts because I cast at the 2nd level.
okay.
Deal
Yeah,
with that in a sec.
yeah. We can just tell me however much extra damage it does. So yeah, the first punch misses Xena, but you come around with a kick to the face, and the second kick, the kick hits for 7 points of bludgeoning damage as your heel sort of strikes the side of its face. And then you sort of come around for like an uppercut to its chin, which hits. So go ahead and roll damage on that for another 5 points of damage. It is looking quite hurt after that. You see bits of ice are sort of breaking off the creature's body. It's going as it's sort of hissing at you after being hurt so much. Jeff, you're up. You see this thing.
It took an additional
Hissing
5.
Okay.
6, sorry. Yeah. No, 6 damage.
6 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff, you see that giant thing looming above you. What do you do? And you also have a ice method to your side as well. I don't know if you can hear me or if you're muted.
He's thinking.
Oh, okay.
He's scared.
Can't blame him.
He's a caster that's a squishy, so he's scared.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I took the major hit so far.
Yeah.
I mean, he did like 21 points of damage to me, like, before I even knew what the hell he was.
Yep.
He just heard a skittering and walked up and was like, "Oh fuck!
Yep.
Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Yep.
Said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
I am going to use my last 3rd level spell slot,
Yay.
and I'm going to ice step all the fucking way back over here.
Okay. So, don't bother rolling.
Yeah, because they're both immune, I'm sure.
They're both immune to cold.
But at least I got the fuck away.
But you got the fuck away from it. And now you are sort of next to the one that's beside Xena. And it's sort of right in front of you. I think that's your action and everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's my action.
Alright.
Ooh, actually, you know what? As a bonus action,
Ooh.
I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse on the imp in front of me.
Hexblade's Curse. Okay, so I'm going to put a red dot on him as well. Okay. Nice. So, that's your turn, Jeff. you teleport away in a flash of ice that doesn't seem to do much damage to the creatures around you. But now, Glare, you are the sole target of this creature, so hopefully I don't roll as monstrously as I have been. Are you kidding me?
You crit, didn't you?
No,
Oh, okay.
but still. Does 23 assured hits?
It does, yeah. My
God.
armor is 21. Jesus Christ.
I know. I'm
God, you got the
sorry.
highest AC. That's still kicking our asses.
I'm just
Shit.
rolling. It has a +6 to hit. I'm just rolling really high. Anyway, so yeah, it bites you
I'm down
again,
again.
Glare, and you're down again. Unfortunately,
Okay. Even
as
with the
it's
10 hit points, too.
feasting upon him. Not really feasting, but it's biting onto him and latching on and just sort of wriggling him around on the ground. Oh man, this is not looking good. And then it sort of looks up and it looks at you, Jeff. It's like, you're my next target.
Okay.
Yeah, Vince, you're up.
Vince will go ahead and healing word again.
Okay.
Five HP right there.
Glaire's ping-ponging back and forth, but he's back up again.
He's used to it.
You feel the rejuvenating words from Vince.
And I'll try to finish off that ice method that is next to Xena.
Go for it.
See what happens.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
Ooh, 2.
Crackling beam of force strikes it. It's still looking quite hurt. Still up. Yep. Go ahead and roll again. And
One more point of damage.
So you barely clip this thing as it's sort of dodging a little bit of your attacks here and there. So you're not able to connect fully, but it's still damaging it little by little. It looks very, very wounded still. All right.
Glare, keep it busy.
Glare, you're once again underneath this thing. This time it's Maw looking down at you. You're like, this shit's getting old. What do you do?
The chest compartment opens up as I cast Shatter, centering it there so it hits the imp too.
Okay, is that con save?
That is, hang on, second level. It is a con save.
Okay, let's see. This thing has not bad con.
I'd imagine not.
Yeah. All right, so I believe it's saved. It's a 19.
Yeah, mine's 15.
Yeah. Okay, so it takes half.
Half as much damage as a successful one. On creatures made of organic materials such as stone, they have disadvantage on the save. Crystal or metal, they have disadvantage on the saving throw.
I think it's just made of creature. But I'm gonna roll for the imp as well. Another Constitution save for the imp. What the fuck? The imp save too? Okay, whatever. Anyway, the point is, they both take half, so that's 6 points of damage to each. Thunder damage.
Yep.
Okay. The imp the ice mephit is looking very, very hurt now, as parts of its body have sort of broken off into icicles and everything. It's looking very hurt.
Alright, I'm going to also take this opportunity to give myself my magic shield again, and hopefully I'll take a hit this time.
Yes. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. The ice mephit that is very, very injured is going to fly away. It doesn't want to stick around here anymore. It sort of beats its wings and flies off into the fog. You begin to notice that a lot of the fog is starting to dissipate around the ship, seemingly due to the ice mephits going down. But yeah, that one we'll just say is gone. It's not sticking around. This ice mephit, however, is gonna try to... Nope, it doesn't get its breath back. It is going to try to attack Xena with its claws. If I can get to it. That's a crit. Okay. Dang it, why is it not auto-rolling? Hold on. I'll roll that again and just double the dice roll. Okay, so it's a d4. So, Xena, you take 9 points of slashing damage as the claw strikes into you. Oh my god, I rolled both of those. And you take another 8 points of cold damage. So 9 plus 8, you take a total 17. Goddamn, 17 points of damage from this thing. That's a crit. As it sort of scrapes the whole front side of your chest, and as the claws dig in, you feel icicles like dig into your skin and begin to burn like this cold, extremely cold sensation. It's very painful. Okay, that's it for it. Xena, it's your turn.
Well, I can use a bonus action, right, to do an unarmed strike after doing an action, or no?
Yeah, you can use
How
a
does that
bonus.
work?
So yeah, you can do one hit and then
I
bonus
can do
action
a
for another.
spell, and then I can hit it.
No, unfortunately, the only time the spell counts as you have to do an attack action to get the bonus action attack. So a spell doesn't work for that. It's only if you like attack first.
Is it almost dead?
Yeah, it's looking very hurt.
I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay, go for it.
Why is it not working?
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh man, just barely. Alright, so you punch it. You break off a good chunk of this thing, but it's just barely hanging on to life as it's sort of limping and having difficulty staying, keeping flight there.
And I only get that one, right?
You can use your bonus action to attack since you used the attack action. You get
So
one
I can
more.
hit a second time?
Mm-hmm. That one unfortunately misses as the creature gets out of the way from your second strike. Okay. All right. Jeff, you are up.
So is it actually in melee range, or is it flying like right out of it?
It's in melee right now. It flew down to claw Xena.
God damn it, I want it to be out of range.
It's okay. Well,
Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna take a fucking swing at this bastard.
okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Alright, don't worry about damage. You just lop its head off. And it shatters into icicles. However, since this one's near you, I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
As it explodes into a burst of jagged ice around all of you. Make a dex save. Alright, you take half of whatever this is, Jeff. Whatever I roll here. And Xena, I need you to roll as well. Yeah, you both take half. So you both take 3 points of slashing damage as it bursts into these jagged icicles that sort of cut into each of you. You guys managed to dodge out of the way of the brunt of it, but you do get clipped by a little bit for 3 points of damage, but it is dead.
And I actually gain a positive 7 HP because of my HP turn.
Yes. So you absorb some of the icicles as well as they sort of go into your body and sort of heal up some of the wounds that you've taken so far. Very nice. Alright, and is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions I can use now.
Alright, well, poor Glare is,
You got this, buddy.
is right in front
Sorry,
of
I'm
us.
gonna come help you now after the.
I believe
things,
I'm doing
but
what they call floor tanking.
Okay,
trying to
finally.
build
Okay.
up my charges and stuff.
Glare, Glare, it tries to bite you, it comes down at you. It's like, and it boom, tries to bite, but this time you're like, oh hell no, and you roll out of the
shield up.
yeah, you put the shield up, and it sort of smacks into the shield, and its head breaks through the ground of the ship, and its head's kind of stuck now, right there in the ship. It rolled natural 1, so it's kind of stuck in the boards right now, and
Hey, look, you don't have to heal me for a turn.
wriggling about. Yeah, so all right.
And Perry, just to confirm, the shadow thing I have, the blade, that doesn't count as something that builds charges, right? It doesn't, or does?
It does not. Once you use
Okay.
it, it becomes basically a shadow weapon. But
Wow.
it is a bonus action to cast, I think, that spell. So you
Okay.
could potentially cast it and still use the blade on the same turn.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Vince, it is your turn.
I will go ahead and drop the grasp and do fairy fire on it.
Okay, dex save.
Yeah.
It has low dex, so it shouldn't. Yeah, okay. So what color would you like it to be? As you
Obviously purple. Let's
purple.
go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go.
And then I will use my bonus action to do inspiration on glare. Time to finish off, pal.
All right.
Oh, Glare may be a little bit pissed right now.
Okay. Did you add your extra 5 HP, by the way? Claire?
I did.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you are inspired, and you've got you're right now basically on the ground, looking at this thing's head wriggling about in the floorboards of the ship. What do you do?
Glare stands up, drops the shield, and takes 2 swings at it with his weapon two-handed.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. The first one you miss, unfortunately.
That's with advantage.
I was gonna-
Oh, with
yeah,
advantage.
Yep.
Right. It's fairy fire. Yep, that hits. Go ahead and.
Two-handed?
Yep.
How is the two-handed less than my one-handed damage?
You're only having it roll 1 dice with two-handed. I'm not sure if that's. Oh yes.
Oh, it's not adding my... It's,
All
yeah,
right.
it's adding my blood.
So it
That's adding it.
It's weird.
so it takes 8 points of.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Okay. Well, it takes 8 points of.
I'm gonna hit it again, too.
But you take. Hold on. As you slam into it, the fiery blood of its body splatters onto you. You take 9 points of fire damage.
Well, I have 1 health.
Yep.
I'm swinging again.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay, go for it.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
I just have a quick question for clarification. I'm terrified of this thing. Can I beat up some sailors to get charges? Like, I'm just asking.
Oh my god.
I just want to go over and just, like, not kill them. I just want to punch them so I get angry so I can, like, build my charges. Is that possible or is that not possible?
That I mean, it's really against your line. I mean,
Why? I'm lawful neutral. No, it isn't. If I think I'm saving my friends by doing it, it's not. I'm lawful neutral. I can do that just fine. I can be evil to save my fucking friends. It's not against my alignment, Perry.
If you want us to.
I would shift your alignment if you did do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
How?
an evil thing to do. It's not really neutral.
You're literally draining their life force into your tattoos.
Yeah, but if it's to save the entire crew as an altruistic deed,
Oh.
like you're gonna make it evil.
All right, well,
for me
let's
to
talk about that.
save-
If it,
save all our lives over, I'm not gonna kill them. I just want to hit them.
That
I
is
don't want
kind
to
of
kill them.
the kind of an evil mentality is kind of the
It's
end justifies
bludgeoning.
the means.
yeah.
Well, lawful neutral can swing either way if it's in their code.
Okay, well, let's worry about that.
Okay, that's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, you can do it if you want. It's fine. But Glare, go ahead and roll damage on that. The second one hits.
Yeah.
Okay, so
8 again.
another 8 points of damage, and you take. You take 6
no.
points of fire damage. So Glare puts 2 big dents into this thing, and it's looking bloodied at this point. You see that this heated blood is sort of dripping and sizzling onto the ship. It's looking pretty wounded.
I am down, by the way.
And Glare's down, yeah, again. as it burned him, and he falls to the
Ben
ground.
just looks over. Wait a minute, he didn't even get hit.
The blood's just splattering all over him.
Yeah, you hear it sizzling as it's sort of on his armor. So you get a sense you understand what's going on here. All right, Xena, you're up.
Claire was just too
I
pissed
mean,
to care.
I don't want my alignment to shift, so if it's gonna shift, then no. I just thought lawful. I thought you explained lawful neutral as evil or good, as long as it's following your code. Which part of my code is to save my friends?
Can I ask a question? Where is this ballista? Like, where on the ship is it?
You can't see it. It's on the very back, sort of behind you near vents. There's two of them, but they're sort of pointed like they point outwards. They don't rotate like all the way around. They rotate a bit, but not like full 360, like full 180 to.
So, killing all the methods, is that like cleared the fog and like killed the
Yeah.
ice or anything?
Yeah, the fog is all gone. There's still ice around the hull of the ship, but the fog is all gone. I can delete that real quick. I just didn't want to bother with it right now.
Okay, I'm not asking questions for now.
Yeah, you're good. Oh shit! I deleted the whole fucking map. All right, but yeah, you're fine. Yeah, there's no more fog. But yeah, Xena,
So
you're.
it'll make me evil? Because that depends on.
I'll let you do
If
it.
me evil, I won't do it.
Okay, I would say in this situation, yes. Now you do know though, by just gonna throw this out there, you've seen glare each time he hits this thing. It appears to squirt like this fiery blood, and you see it sizzling on him. So just so you know, that's a thing.
Yeah, hence why I want to hit sailors, not that. Okay, fine. I'll just be evil. It's fine. So let's
Okay.
find the sailors.
Oh my god.
I'll just be evil so I can help try to save my
All right,
friends.
I'll say that you see someone nearby that is currently cowering in fear in front of this. Like let's say I'm gonna put him on the map just so.
I'm just picturing it in like an anti-Goku.
Can I,
Give me your
like-
energy.
What do I need to hit
God.
to just knock him out so that he doesn't have to watch in horror and he can just go to sleep but not die?
Yeah, so you want to do basically
Non-lethal.
like a soft punch. You're holding back.
Yeah, I just
little
want to knock him out. We'll like let him go to sleep so he doesn't have to watch this horrifying murderous monster kill us.
You're like, okay, go to bed, honey. Pow in the face. Okay,
So I
yeah,
get a punch.
yeah. We'll say he's like right there. He's like,
Sweet.
he's like sitting on the ground, like he's terrified, and you rush over to him, and he's just like cowering, and you punch him. Or how do you do it? Do you say anything?
Just say, I'm really sorry, but I have to do this. And then I put him to sleep
Okay.
with pressure points or something or whatever monks would have. Go to sleep.
You just punch him, but you pull your punch a little bit, and you just sort of knock him out. So he's at 0, but he's not dead. He's still breathing. He's just
Okay.
knocked unconscious. Okay. That's your
and then-
first attack.
Yes. And then, there's nobody else around that guy? Like, I can't run to a different person, I guess, because there's no one else around?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, then
there's
I
some
can
people.
help
You're
out.
actually by the stairs. There's the whole
Okay.
crew's quarters down there. You could, punch someone
Okay.
down there.
I want to punch somebody else.
I'm so sad
With
Claire's
my-
unconscious during this.
Okay, so you rush down there and you punch someone, and you get a second charge.
I say the same thing. I'm sorry I have to do this.
Yep. So you
And then
knock the shit out of 2 people, and you watch as your tattoos sort of light up a little
Yeah,
bit each
I know.
time you do, absorbing some of their.
And hold on a second. And
It's got really dark all of a sudden.
I want to spend my last key to do it to another person.
Oh Jesus! All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright,
so
let's fucking go.
Now we don't have a ship crew to.
So
do the
3
upgrade.
members of the crew are now
Hey,
incapacitated.
we don't have a healer, okay? So I'm desperate. I'm sorry.
We do have a healer. Vince is a healer.
All right, and
I
let's. You have a lot of movement, so you're able to do that, and you're back up on top of the ship now.
Okay. Well, that's all my stuff. I spent
Yeah.
all my key, and I'm 1 charge away from blighting this motherfucker in the face.
Okay, Jeff,
With the
you were
88.
Jeff, you were up. You watch as Xena's going on a rampage, knocking people out.
I'm now evil, everyone. I'm evil.
What do? It's still
Well, the
Hex.
first thing I do is I just stare dumbfounded as Xena's running around the ship.
I'm just
Punching
knocking them out with pressure points. I'm not trying to kill them, and I'm telling them I'm sorry, but I'm still evil, so it's fine.
No, you're not gonna be evil if you don't like actually kill them. So
Why would I don't want to kill them? That's what I said.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're not. So you're okay. But Jeff, you're up. If you'd like.
Gonna have
to.
some explaining to do later, but
Yeah. And you do have advantage on these strikes. Since it's still fairy fired, by the way.
Oh, yeah, well, good. Yeah. So after I like watch her do this, I just kind of like laugh a little bit because I know why she's doing it. I think it's hilarious, to be honest. I cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So you fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, this thing, slash your sword as 2 crackling beams of energy cut forth towards it. Okay, and it takes...
Oh, I think I did 3 times. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You can actually roll once more since you have advantage.
Oh.
And just take if you happen to crit. Okay, so we'll just take the first 2 there. So, yeah, 21 points plus the hex. Don't forget to roll.
Oh, it's 1d6.
2d6s because for each one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's minus 21 as they cut in, and another 9. The thing howls out in pain as it is now just really angry and just sort of swaying back and forth as
was gonna
blood
say,
is
you have
gushing out.
I don't know if did he hit with both of them or no?
He did, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say he has inspiration just in case.
Yeah, he hit just fine with the advantage from the
Cool.
thing. As it is in pain, it will rush to you, Jeff, and in a fury try to bite you. But it misses, unfortunately, as you sort of duck underneath its bite there. But it is right in your face. And Vince, you are up.
I will go over here, get good angle on it, and use some Eldritch Blast as well.
Okay. You also have advantage. That one misses, unfortunately. But second one crits.
Crit.
So roll damage for the second one.
Hey, 14.
Oh, wow. All right. How do you want to do this?
Oh, sweet.
That was just enough.
I need help with the wipe really quick.
Okay.
I'll try to explain while I'm doing it. Alright. So... Vince will find a blind spot of the creature.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And while he's at the blind spot, he will find like the back of its neck, like towards its head. He will find a spot and just like focus a blast right there, piercing a hole through it.
Okay. So yeah, so the Eldritch Blast spin around and sort of fly up and find a spot right above its neck, and it comes down, punctures a hole right through its head, and it just sort of it freezes, goes limp, and falls to the center of the ship. It is dead.
I thought it had a hell of a lot more HP than it did by the way you're explaining it, so.
I bloodied it, so it was at half actually.
Yeah, he glare bloodied it earlier, so.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I would not have punched anybody had I heard that, but I thought it was like gonna kill all of us.
It's okay.
No, I was wailing. That's one of the reasons I was wailing on it.
Okay.
I knew it was hurt.
All right. So,
Vince will go ahead and pick up.
if you say you wouldn't have punched anyone, we can say you didn't punch anyone. If
Well,
you
I
didn't hear
I
that.
thought it was like a boss, like it was like literally killing Glare, and I didn't know that it was like just a regular
Okay.
mob or
It's okay.
whatever.
It's okay. It's fair.
Technically, that is a boss in D&D.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. We can say no.
We can
no,
retcon it.
no one was harmed. If you didn't mean to do that, if you didn't know, that's
No
all good.
sailors were harmed in the making of this fight.
That's fine.
Glare, meanwhile, is still on the floor.
Yeah. So Glare is currently unconscious
He
on
would-
the ground.
Vince would use a healing word after that.
Okay. So go ahead and cast that spell.
Oh my goodness, baby boy, you are fine.
It's always been rolling ones this whole time.
Just,
Three in a
just
row.
ones.
Jeez. All right, but you're back up, Glare. As you're back on the ground again.
Kind of glad, like, just, like, crazily look around, like, where the hell is it? Where the hell is it?
Yes.
I'm gonna rip its head off.
Yes. You see that its body, its carcass, is sort of on the middle ground of the ship, and then some of its blood is sort of leaking down into the crew's quarters there through the grates above. And it's just,
Good, I got it! Ha ha!
Yep, you definitely got it. It was totally over here when you went down. You saved
That's
the
how
day.
hard I hit it, right?
Mhm,
Right?
Yep.
There you
Yep.
go. Are you making fun of me again?
You were the hero of this fight.
yes.
You're being condescending, I could tell.
No, actually, you were very helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Para will sort of hiss and be like, we still need to do something about this ice around the ship to get ourselves dislodged.
Oh, ice? I might have just the thing for that. Glare will pull out a couple of bottles of alchemist fire.
Okay. Okay. And you're just sort of throwing it out into the ice to try to
To melt it, yeah.
melt some of it. Okay. So yeah, we'll say it takes some time, but using the alchemist fire, it's just a lot of ice, like even with the alchemist fire, but you manage to at least break up enough of it to get the ship moving again and go around it. And now that there's no more fog, the crew is able to sort of navigate much more clearly to get to your destination. All right, so about yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I marked them off on my sheet.
Okay, cool, all good. So you all are back on the right path here, and about 2 weeks later, you arrive in your destination. When you arrive, you hear Para say, "What was that?" Okay. You hear Para say, "Land ho!" And you begin sort of
Okay.
He said AFK.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Just gonna continue describing it. But you sort of make your way up to the dock and you park the ship there. And the crew disembarks and sort of begins tying the ship at the dock. And you sort of begin making your way down. And I'm just going to share with you guys some nice art here as you are welcomed to the far north. So here's this nice little art of some. This just sort of gives you a feel of what people look like up here as they're. That's kind of like the dress that everyone is in. And we've got. Hold on. So you're kind of docked like in a place that looks similar to this. Like that's how frozen over this place is.
Excellent.
Yep. And here's just some more things we can show you just to get a feel of this area. And so when you arrive, one second. All right. So once you're there, over the time that you've been sort of researching this place and hearing about it from the various NPCs and like the research that you've done before coming up here in Waterdeep, you've learned several things about Icewind Dale from the Black Staff and other folks as you've sort of done a little bit of your research. You know that Icewind Dale has become trapped in a perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous, and this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Auril the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk living in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns. The drop off in caravans coming from the south and travel between the settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourself, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle, and, in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. So, you have now arrived in the town known as Bryn Shandar. You've docked here, and I'm just going to move you all to a map of what this place looks like, just so you all can see the map. So this is sort of the city that you're in. Can everyone see that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you see that this place is called Bryn Shandar. It's a walled off town, and it's sort of sitting atop a hill. There's bright lanterns that are suspended over narrow streets that twist in the wind as you're making your way through the city. They add flecks of color to the town's otherwise drab surroundings. Many of the people around don't seem very friendly, and they just sort of seem to be doing their own thing, going about their own ways. They do give you cursory glances, as they can tell you're new, especially you, Vince, with your very colorful outfit.
Got a good looks good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
First
I
impression.
don't think those mean what do you think they mean.
Oh no, it's fine.
But overall, the city itself seems quite safe for the most part. The walls of the town that surround the whole town are about 30 feet high, and they're defined by two concentric rings of upright wooden poles, about 30 feet high. So the gaps between them are filled with dirt and rubble, and the outer ring of poles rises above the top of the wall, providing a rampart for defenders stationed on the wood-planked walkway. The wall's hinged gates are about 15 feet tall, and they can be barred from the inside with these iron-banded wooden beams. So you can tell this is quite a city here. The population is much less than you would find in Waterdeep. Probably about 1,000 people total, maybe a little more. You're not sure. But yeah, you've arrived in Icewind Dale. And as you arrive, Jeff, is he back, by the way?
I would take that as a no.
Okay.
Is no.
Well, I can catch him up later. But since we are wrapping this up here, as you all arrive, during the nighttime. And as you look up into the night sky, you see this beautiful aurora borealis of like greens and purples sort of illuminate the night sky as you arrive in this city for the first time. Jeff, however, when you arrive, you suddenly feel really, really warm in the clothing that you're in. It's oppressively hot, actually, all these clothes. And that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yay! You made it to Icewind Dale.
We did it.
Yeah, so we can pick up from here next time. You guys can sort of explore the town, maybe get a sense of what's going on, and, start the adventure officially next week.
Woo.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for coming,
I'll
guys.
see you next week. Bye.